Hello friends, welcome to another YouTube video from SMNP Reviews. I'm Ashton, a family and emergency nurse practitioner and one of the instructors with the SMNP team. In this video, we're diving into the AANP versus the ANCC certification exams for FNP students and recent updates about both exams. We'll cover some common questions from students and highlight a few exam prep tips. But before we get going, I do want to address a very common question that we are asked about our review courses, and that is, which exam will it prepare me for? And the answer is both. No matter which one you decide to take, you will be fully prepared. So if you're debating which exam to take or want to know what's new, definitely stick around. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our latest content. Let's start with the AANP exam. The AANP exam is currently the most popular choice among test takers, and passing it grants you the FNP-C credential. And that C stands for certified and simply shows that you've passed your board exam. The exam consists of 150 multiple choice questions, but only 135 of those are scored. The remaining 15 are unscored practice questions, and unfortunately, there is no way to know which ones those are. But if you see an odd question covering a topic you didn't learn about in school or we didn't talk about it in one of our courses, don't stress. It is likely one of those practice questions. And you'll have 3 hours to complete the entire exam. Now, unlike the NCLEX, the AANP exam does not shut off early. You'll answer all 150 questions, regardless of your performance. And every question has 4 answer choices, and you'll select the best one. It's important to also note that while the AANP exam is mostly clinically based questions, it does include a small amount of non-clinical content. And that's typically fewer than 5 questions. So if you are using SMNP Reviews, be prepared for those by reviewing our professional role content videos. Another major focus of this exam is older adults. If you look at their testing outline, which is available on the AANP website, you will see that 30% of the exam covers the older adult population. And that is a big chunk, so definitely don't skip over this during your board prep. Now, to pass the AANP exam, you need a minimum score of 500 out of 800 points. Unfortunately, the exact scoring breakdown isn't released, so focus on mastering the content rather than worrying about how many questions you have to get correct to pass. And the good news here is that you'll get your results immediately via email after you finish the exam. Now let's talk on the testing environment for AANP. AANP exams are administered at Prometric testing centers, which have some useful features including the ability to flag questions and highlight or cross out answers on the exam. And you'll also be provided with a blank sheet of paper or a whiteboard. Now let's talk about Renewal. So for Renewal, AANP requires 1,000 clinical hours in your population focus through direct patient care, administration, education, or even research. And you can also use preceptor hours as an alternative here. Now, if you aren't able to complete the clinical hours, retaking the exam is always another option. And for Renewal, you also need 100 contact hours every 5 years. And of those 100 CE credits, 25 of those have to be in pharmacology. Now let's move on and talk about the ANCC exam. Passing the ANCC exam earns you the FNP-C credential, where the BC stands for board certified. This is just a difference in terminology. Both exams ultimately certify you as a nurse practitioner. The ANCC exam has 175 questions, and like AANP, only a portion, which is 150 questions, are scored. The remaining 25 are practice questions. And you'll have 3.5 hours to complete the exam. Similar to AANP, it does not shut off early. One unique feature of the ANCC exam is the inclusion of alternate format questions. These could include select all that apply, drag and drop, or hotspot questions. And while these might sound intimidating, they're often very straightforward and can provide a break from that standard multiple choice format. Additionally, about 20 to 30% of the ANCC exam content is non-clinical, so covering topics like research, law, and HIPAA. And the good news here is that these questions typically are very straightforward if you've reviewed your basics. And again, this is all covered in the SMNP courses, so you will definitely be ready to go. Now, to pass the ANCC exam, you'll need at least 350 out of 500 points. And you'll only receive a score report if you fail. Otherwise, you'll just get that passing notification. Both the AANP and ANCC certification exams are taken at Prometric testing centers. So just like with AANP, when taking the ANCC exam, you'll have tools like highlighting, crossing out options, and flagging questions to revisit later. Features that are also available in our SMNP Q banks and practice exams. Now, for the ANCC exam, you'll also receive a blank sheet of paper or a whiteboard to jot down any notes that you may want to take during your test. Plus, one of the highlights of our courses is that we'll help prepare you to create that dump sheet for your exam day. ANCC renewal requirements are a bit more flexible than AANP. You'll still need to renew your certification every 5 years, but instead of requiring specific clinical hours, ANCC focuses more on professional development. And this can include things like continuing education, precepting, teaching, or even academic credits. And of course, you can always retake the exam to renew your certification. A common question we get is whether you should take both exams. And while you can certainly take both, it's generally not necessary. Most states only require one certification for licensure, and passing either exam is going to make you a certified nurse practitioner. And if you don't pass one, you can always try the other without needing CE hours or waiting periods or anything like that. In the end, no matter which exam you choose, you will ultimately be a real deal nurse practitioner. So let's finish up with pass rates. As of the most recent data, the AANP FNP exam pass rate is 73%, and ANCC's is slightly higher at 85%. So the odds here are definitely in your favor. And so I hope this video answered your questions about AANP and ANCC. For more exam prep tips and to connect with other students, join our free Facebook group, and those are going to be linked in the description. Here are our references. And that wraps up this video. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos. You are so close to becoming a real deal NP. We're rooting for you.